You got them brothers out there. Gotta do it the neck of his head. So we're gonna start off with Sirach 18.
Yeah.
God, she gonna shoot.
All this confusion for the Super Bowl tomorrow. But you know, hey, you gotta celebrate for the week, right?
Yeah.
Still on? First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash.
Double honors to the apostle, elders of the great millstone, tells us truth. Honors and salutations to the elect, to the men that died doing the work, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, because they shall arise first. To the men, women, and children that believe in the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer, because he come to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. All right, it's the Church of Philadelphia, once again, on the highways and hedges, coming at you, another camp. Hey, man, we in some real interesting times. Things is going on out the world. And everything that's going on in the world is Super Bowl weekend. You got everybody out here partying and not thinking about the evils that's growing. Well, as a matter of fact, let's get that first. Second Ezra 16, when it says, the evils, they shall not think about the evils, plagues shall go on the earth, and they saw something like to that effect. But second Ezra is the 16th chapter. Might be around like the 15th verse around there, something like that. But all these evils that's coming to the earth, we got America just test fired an unarmed ICBM into the Pacific Ocean for to say that they could deal with any threat in the 21st century. You got North Korea, they just had a big parade and they showing off their all their nuclear weapons. Basically, they're showing their muscle. So everybody's flexing their muscles right now throughout the whole world, and all these people is worried about is the game tomorrow. And me and the brother was talking yesterday, and I was telling him, I said I want to see the halftime show to the game, because every halftime show they always give up tapes on their agendas of what they have. Like last year, they gave up with the concentration camps and all that. So this year is going to be interesting because that's one of the biggest watched games in American sports. Is that Super Bowl. So they're going to show you a future what they got planned for this place, but they put it right in front of your face, and people still don't even believe that. Just like you had the Grammys, and they had that satanic ritual basically. So they just summoning all these demons to come, man. You people think it's a game, but they putting it right in front of your face because why they gotta hide anymore, man? What you got it, brother.
And they know you ain't gonna know anyway. You so worried about everything else on this earth, right? So hey, they say who cares? Just put it in front. But hey, the men of the Lord are watching.
Right.
And we know. So we watching you. You think you watching us. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
Right.
He that selleth let him be as he that fleeth away,
That's right. Yeah, come. Keep going.
and he that buyeth as one that will lose.
That's right, yo. And that's the mindset that you're supposed to be in. Whatever you getting right now, you're not supposed to cherish it or hold on to it. But this place, hey man, everything that you see around you is about to be destroyed, man. You're about to lose a lot of things, man. You know, and people not considering that. They stacking up for college tuition, the future homes, you know, and buy the new cars and all that, you know, take different vacations and all that, you know. But you know, hey man, listen, this is what, 2023, the year that hopefully all prophecy come to pass, man. You know, so that's the mindset you're supposed to be in. You're not supposed to be in the mindset, yo, what it tell you come up out of my people, you're supposed to come up out of Babylon. You follow, it says what? Follow not a multitude to do evil, man. And these people is following after the multitude for some wicked shit, man. And that's all they're doing. This is a prime example right in front of your face. Now look how many, ask anybody out here, and I guarantee they don't know what's going on over there in Russia, Ukraine. They don't know about all the chariot sightings. They don't know if in the last 7 days, which me and the brother was speaking about, they don't know if in the last 7 days throughout the whole world, you had 779 earthquakes, man. You know? Which the Lord is jacking up the foundation of this place, man. This month? Good. In the last 7 days, you had 7,779 earthquakes throughout the whole earth, man. You know, that number 7 is completion. The Lord is about to completely destroy this place, man. You know, the foundation, he's going to completely destroy the foundation of Esau, man. You know, and that's what he's showing you right now. So you're supposed to, like, you're not, hey, man, you don't know where you're going to be at when all hell break loose. You know, you could go to work, wake up, go to work one morning, and they quarantine your ass at work, or you can't leave here. You know? So you stockpiling, doing things like that, that's not going to save you, man. You know, it tells you riches shall not prosper in the day that I wrath, man. So the Lord is coming, hey, man, the only thing that you can do is trust in Yahweh by Hashem Shai, man, by Hashem Dash. You know, it's some more now. You got something, brother?
No, I mean, that's, you know, Matthew 26, what it say? Watch and pray, right?
Okay, yeah, bring it up.
You know, it says, Matthew 26, verse 41, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation.
Right.
The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak.
You got it again, man.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 41.
Right.
Watch and pray
Right.
that ye enter not into temptation.
That's right.
I mean, hey, all these temptations around us, right? You know, you got the Eagles. You got all these other reality shows. You got your job, right? We got all these other things that tempt us really from being in the spirit and going after these laws, statutes, commandments and studying this word. Because you got all these other stuff. Even your woman, right, is a temptation, right? So it says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak.
Right. You can break that down.
Huh. And again, so our spirit, particularly, again, I'm talking about the hopeful elect, you know, our spirit is focused on the scripture, the law, statutes, commandments, and having the faith, and these prophecies that are being fulfilled. That's why our focus and how we watch is when we watch Esau or these movies or the news, we're watching for these prophecies being fulfilled. We're watching for what Esau's next move is. We're not watching for entertainment and enjoyment, you know, for the most part. You know, I'm not saying it's wicked not to watch football, but if hey brothers, I can't go out to camp today. You know the Eagles is on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you off. If you doing all that, hey, we got to cut camp short. Hey, that's like the Christian church. Hey, man. Hey, I bet you, you know, it's not gonna be Sunday night service. It says Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
Damn. It's set to be able to stand before him. You gotta consider that. Cause yo, the presence of him, man, listen, it said when he come, it said the people going be like they going to well, man. You know? Look how they acting now when they see the chariots. You know, on the way to camp, we was just talking about that whole balloon situation. How like up in the sky it looked like a chariot. And Esau's trying to get people in that mindset like, yeah, look, we shot it down. It's nothing. We can shoot anything down without technology. You know, but hey man, the Lord got a trick back for him. Y'all people, you believe in his devices, man. You know, you believe that his technology is higher than Yahweh Shem Shah's technology, man. He said, I created the smith that blew from the clothes. You know, so he created the ones that made the weapons that you see today, man. You know? As a matter of fact, you got some more?
Yeah, and you know, just
I got another one.
in terms of that, so we be accounted worthy.
That's
That's
right.
what we're doing out here right now, because we
Right.
want to be counted in that number, but we got to be accounted worthy to even get there. We
right.
all fight for the same penny.
Yep.
So how are we accounted worthy? You know, hey, we all gonna go off, right? But we try not to. Matter of fact, we pray every day that we don't.
Right.
But hey, what it say the last scripture? The flesh is weak in Matthew 26, right? And that's a fact.
And that was Yahweh's side words.
God.
You know?
God.
He told your
God.
ass.
But we prayed that we escape these things that's about to come to pass. Because we know that it's going to be a time of trouble like has never been before.
That's
you know,
right.
roughly paraphrasing.
Right, that's right.
So we hope to be beamed up. You know.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Right.
You're going to get the hell up out of here.
Right. God, and we're going to, again, stand before the Son of Man to be accounted worthy, be counted in that number. So that's why we say we are the hopeful elect. We don't dare count ourselves in that number. That's why we do the work. That's why we keep the faith. And that's why we're looking for these prophecies to come to pass. And the number one is that MOTB, meaning the CHIP.
That's right. That's right. You see him. You got any more of that?
That's it. Huh?
No, let's go here to Sirach 18,
God.
verse 1.
God. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 18, verse 1. He that liveth forever created all things in general.
That's right.
Yahweh Shem Yahushai only is righteous,
That's right.
and there is none other but he, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand.
See that? And he governeth the world with the palm of his hand. So he's controlling everything. So everything that you sin, because govern is what? Control. When you govern something, you control it, man. And you go in the palm, the word in the Greek for palm is gabba, man. Because you got the Greek fraternities, it's what it was, Gabba, Gabba, Kappa, that's a fraternity. Gabba, Gabba, Kappa. Gabba is palm, Kappa is camel. You know? And a camel is what? That's a stubborn animal, man. A camel's stubborn as shit. You know? So basically they telling you they Gabba, Gabba, they trying to control the camel. They trying to control what you say, the stubborn people, basically. You know, so they get you what they need for that. That's why they try to break you. You know, but to the spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, he governs everything, man. So the ones that fall for that, and that's why I said the palm, with the palm of his hand, man. He's using his hand. His hands created this, man. I mean, Gabba means palm or sole, like the palm of your hand or the sole of your foot. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not earth his footstool. He said, heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool.
God.
So he's governing everything. Everything that's out here, he set it up. You know, like we was listening to what Apostle High on the way. And he was like, he said it's already rigged. We know who's gonna win. And
Right.
we out here telling you who's gonna win, but you don't believe it.
The jig is up, Esau.
Right. So you're gonna have to learn about death by pain. And what Esau doing, they trying to bring in all of their what's their devices to keep you tricked, to make you think that they. But no, damn.
What's about his devices?
Oh yeah, we not ignorant. He's disappointed, man. But yo, all the devices they trying to make it seem like their muscle is more.
Yeah.
More, cause yo, that's all you used to seeing, basically. They put it in the movies. They always put that they winning, and you really believe that shit.
Right.
Even the other heathens. You know, matter of fact, we can keep going, but it's another. When I say let the weak say I'm strong, beat your
Plowshares in the
yeah,
pruning
yeah,
hooks.
because that's what they doing. You know, they muster into the battle, but the angels, they're the ones they're orchestrating all this. Because it tells you in Revelations that it's the angel says he was given the authority to hold back the destroying winds until the elect is sealed. You know, so you got all these different angels. They have jobs, man.
Yeah.
The same way they had jobs in the elect, right? The elect had jobs in creating this earth, man. You know, when you go back into Genesis, the first chapter and all that. So them angels, the Lord, that's what we're reading about in Sirach, the 18th chapter. He governs everything. He's controlling everything, and everything on his planet has an order, man. You know, everything has an order, and all the orders that comes from the Lord is righteous, man. You know,
Got a precept on that too.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11.
Right.
Their inward thought
Yeah,
is that their houses shall continue forever.
that's right. That's right.
And hey, just to land back on what the brother was saying, hey man, they at least know, but they want everyone else to think. That's why they push this out.
Yeah.
You know, they got that Rocky Drago spirit, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No,
You know what I mean?
You know, like Redman said, he was like, no one can stop me.
Right.
Da-na,
Right.
like rock.
Yeah, that Top Gun spirit, right?
Yeah.
Where they just come out victorious every time, right? No, not this time, you know. But hey, but that's their inward thought
Because
that's
oh,
going to
matter of fact,
continue,
you're right. And that's why they always tell you shit like, oh, in the year 2040,
right?
we going to do this. And because they trying to prolong the shit.
Right.
They trying to stretch their kingdom out that far. And that's the spirit, because I entitled this video for camp. I said the Church of Philadelphia Street Ministry, Babylon is done. You know? That's the
Like
spirit.
a done bun.
That's right. That's the spirit, man. You know, so they try
Crispy.
to prolong, you know, and they have done it though. That's why, and that's the Lord setting them up in the trick bag, because he allowed them to conquer this, conquer that. He allowed you to even name the different places after yourself. So you got comfortable, you know, even going to what, Job 9:24, and it says the earth is given
Given to the hands of the wicked,
man.
yeah.
So he piped you up in your head to the point you think you can't be taken down.
Right.
You know? But now, and at the same token, the Lord is putting the spirit on these other nations. Yo, go at him. I got him weak. You know what I mean? Because what it say, pride goes before destruction, and the haughty look before a fall. And they are very haughty people. They're very proud people. You know, and every time he get too arrogant, like a boxer, he get too arrogant, he gets knocked the fuck out. You know, every single time. Look at Mike Tyson. When he was beating everybody real bad, boom, boom, boom. He played around with Buster Douglas, and Buster Douglas was the undercard. It's no way that Buster Douglas should beat Mike Tyson. When you really look at that fight. Looking at the physiques and everything, you're like,
Right.
hey, all right, betting on Tyson, it's over. And he ain't trained for it, and he got fucked up, man. You know? And Esau, they the same way. They like, we done took this over, we done did, yo, who's fucking with us? Keep toasting and all that shit, and watch. Hey, man, you about to see it.
Hey, that's how many kingdoms got taken down too. The pride of the king.
That's right,
right?
yeah. Go look at the Persians,
Kind.
the Babylonians,
Kind.
you know, the Greeks, the Romans, you know, the Egyptians. You
Hey.
know, all them kingdoms were taken down.
Right.
Because they were prideful, and they took their, don't get it wrong, and like you said, in their prime, they was fucking shit up.
Right.
You know, and even in the same era that they was in, it's all written down in history. So history repeats itself. If
Right.
you're a believer that history repeats itself, you know it's the time for this kingdom to be taken down too, man.
That's right.
You know?
And Yahweh Shemashah set them bounds, right?
That's right.
Hey, it says Psalm 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever,
God.
and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Right, their dwelling places. Wherever they dwell at, they got their mansions, their yachts, their private islands and shit.
Right.
You know, they like, yo, man, I'm passing this down to Mordecai, whatever the fuck. You know, they try to give them biblical names. You know,
Right.
they give them to, I'm gonna pass it down to little Johnny. Little Johnny fuck it up. So you gotta have somebody, you gotta give it to somebody. And on top of that, they train them to how to they teach them about money, generational wealth, how to conduct it and how to keep it going to the next generation. And these Rothschilds and Rockefellers and DuPonts and fucking what's the other ones, man? The Bilderbergs, you know, and dudes of that nature, they want to keep the money in their own family, so they be humping on each other, man.
Right.
You know, that's why you got them weird ass like children coming out, man, and they want to destroy everything. But that's their nature, cause they're lawless people. Put it like that. The Lord ain't give them the law, statutes, and commandments. He gave them to us, you know. And for that, that's why we're civilized people, and they always want to study us. Even like I just seen a video on what was it? The Timbuktu manuscripts, right? And they was like, I forgot. Now, if you go into the Greek history, right? That Alexander the Greek, he had a library, and he was going around. He wanted all books to himself, but basically it was our books, because our books, even this Bible, man, it's a bunch of letters written back and forth, and there's things written down of prophecy, you know, and a lot of letters was written from in the when you go into the Timbuktu manuscripts, a lot of letters was back and forth between two kings, and they were sinister. And on top of, because the king always has an advisor, which would be like a prophet. So they was getting prophecies, they would send it to this king, and they discussing it and everything like that. So that's why these other nations, they try to look at those things to see, like, damn, so how did this happen? But Esau knows about prophecy, man. Why do you think Alexander the Greek wanted to go around the whole world at that time, conquering nations and taking their books, man? But he was conquering our people, and then the ones that was ruling, because he knew that we was in, everybody knew about the Israelites.
God.
They knew we was in all these different communities, man. Just like we out here right now prophesying, why you think the government and all that, they want to come at us? Because we doing the same thing we've been doing, man.
God.
You know? And they're looking at us like, damn, what they talking about? Oh, okay, yeah, that's, okay, look, one more step, what we got to do next? It's like we they playbook, man. You know, we that playbook, but you gonna lose, because we got the key, man. You know?
Gonna lose.
Right. Miserable. You know, it's a blowout.
Hey,
like,
just to back you up too, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14. And this is Esau, and you know, the Lord put the trick back on him. What does he do? He says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
Okay.
I will be like the Most High.
That's right, yeah.
And what's he trying to do with all these cameras around everywhere? What's he trying to do with the MOTB? See everything. Know everything.
Yep. Yep.
And hey, as soon as that, hey, the Lord gonna set a standard against it.
Yo, why
right?
you think they got these damn Teslas, man? You know what I'm saying? So a Tesla is a damn computer, man. And yo, with computers you can see things. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's just technology on wheels, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when I caught an Uber, I got one of them shits, I got an eerie feeling. I'm like, yo, I don't like these cars. I don't trust them. Because I'm looking at the screen, because it's like the screen right there, and you can see how close you get to the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To stop. And once the car's getting closer to you, then it drives by itself. Like, man, what the hell? I don't want that shit.
Right,
And
right.
you seen certain
Crashes.
automobile, they take off. And not just that, you got, if they can control the car, they control you. And this dude, Eddie Griffin, he made a hell of a statement. I was like, damn, this dude got a point. Because he said, yeah, you getting in your Teslas and they drive by themselves and it's just that. He was like, yeah, keep getting them. He said, keep having them. He was like, because they could put a command in all the Teslas and be like, yeah, take them to these different concentration camps.
Yeah.
And the car just drives.
It keeps driving, yeah. You can't get out that joint. Yep.
Because they lock. Because when you got computers, you got hackers.
Yeah.
So you can hack into the system and give it the commands that you want. They call DOS commands. You know, when you're dealing with computers, the DOS commands that you're giving them, and the DOS came from, I think the dude's name was actually DOS. You know, and he was like he was a computer programmer. You know, and he was commanding, because a computer is dumb. A computer is dumb. The only thing that makes a computer smart is the motherfucker thing sending the commands to it. You know, it takes orders. That's why they want to make the people as computers, man. Put that thing in. You know, and they give you all the commands. If you disobey, we'll shut it off.
Right.
We'll kill you. Just like they do computers.
Yep.
You know, so.
Hey,
man.
can I say something?
What, bro?
I was in the Tesla, and the dude, like you mentioned, the camera, he was able to see above his car. Over.
Exactly.
And so what? That shows you that they're run by what? Satellites.
Satellites,
Yup,
yeah.
That's right.
So like say now with the facial recognition,
Yeah.
that shit
Yeah.
grabs your whole information.
Absolutely.
Now it pulls up your records.
Yup,
That
yup.
shit'll drive you right to the precinct.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yo, matter of fact, you said that. That's funny because that made me think about the movie Demolition Man. When you had them police cars in that movie, they look just like the damn Teslas.
Huh.
If you really watched that movie Demolition Man, go back and watch it again and look at the police cars and the cars that was around there. They look just like the Teslas, man.
Huh.
You know, and they was taking command. They'll find you. That's what they want. They was like, yo, when Wesley Snipes came, because he was locked up and they let him out at that time. He still was like from this area. Well, I'll say like the 90 area before they had all this computer. And he was cussing doing all the time. They's like, oh, you're cussing. That's a $20 fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
said that's another
Right,
$20
right,
fine.
right,
He
right,
started hitting. Oh, that's a fine. That's a
Right.
fine. No, that's all they try to do is tax the hell out of you, man.
Hey,
You
it's
know?
funny that you said that too, Ak, in terms of how they can scan you with them, you know,
Yeah.
with the satellites and all that,
That's
the
right.
cameras. You know, hey, I'm thinking that they put that C-hip in you. Guess what? They probably be able to paralyze you.
Yeah.
He can't move.
Yup.
Boom.
They showed that in Demolition Man.
Oh,
They did that. And yo, even what's that? Enemy of the State. That's another one. When the dude, he was like, they just brought the satellite up. He was off the grid, and he was driving around. He had the cat. He used to come in the stores and shit when he walked the grid, and he was like, "Don't look up." He's like, "As soon as you look up, they got your face. They can see you." And this dumbass nigga. And yo, when I first saw that movie, I was like, "Oh shit!" I said, "I ain't never looking up again." You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that was my mindset, but in all actuality, they already got your face.
Huh.
These cameras and everything. You taking your selfies.
well, your driver's license, they got all
They got all
that. They
that shit,
scanning
so it
all
really
that,
don't matter,
man.
man. You know? But now, and that's why they putting everything into those CDs, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the next thing, man.
Right.
So,
All types of algorithms.
That's right.
So, hey, don't listen to these dumb jakes talk about something. You can just cut it out. You just
gotta kill
get it. Just get a knife and cut it out, right? How stupid.
Yeah.
You got major arteries
So,
right
bro,
there.
Exactly. That's why
Come
they
on,
put
man.
it right there.
Yeah.
Because yo, they did a test on it, and there was because it's a certain temperature that your body keeps right here and here. And they was like, yo, what would be the perfect place to put something like that? Because it's not but radiation, man. It's a computer thing, man. That's why the C-hip, man, it's a computer it's in your phones. And that's sending off radiation. And people that really know about this stuff, like I seen a couple like Arabs, man. When you answer your phone, it tell you don't put it right to your ear because that's when that radiation
Yeah,
is directly hitting you because the phone is searching for towers to basically the grab one, you know, the different towers, right? And they was like, don't keep your phone in your pocket because that radiation is going to your nuts.
Yeah.
As a man, like it'll make you sterile. You won't be able to have children, but they don't care because like these niggas just like technology. But they had like a little pouch you could put it in, and it was showing when you take it out the radiation, and when you put it in, it took the radiation away. You know, but I seen people like foreigners, they answer the phone like this, but when they have it ringing, they have it far away from their you know, their ear and shit. But that's where it talks about the ones that took it, they get those sores. Talking about cancer and all
Yeah.
that. That's what it's talking about, man. You know, we could grab that, but you still got some more.
And I said, but hey, I wanted to bring out, you just a harbinger of death. All your inventions, all your creations, man, is about death.
Yo, yup.
Most of it. There's barely any good in anything
Yeah.
that you do. And what we're giving to people is life. We're telling you what life is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments and coming back to who you are and having faith of who you are and that Yahweh Shem El Shai is coming back to save us.
Right.
That's life. That's
Right.
life.
Right.
All this other stuff that's going on out here is nothing but,
Yeah.
leads to nothing but death.
Sin. The wages of sin, man.
Yeah, so Esau, all these other heathen nations, you are harbingers of death.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what you're good for.
That's right.
Back to Six Rock.
Yeah, kind of. Cause I got a couple joints, man.
Bring it on.
Yo, just to switch gears real quick,
Come on.
to bring out that article that we was talking about with who was it? The Catholic Church. He said the FBI on the Catholic Church.
Con, let me.
Yeah,
I'll
bring
pull
that
it
up,
up.
Bubba,
Yeah, con.
Cause I got a piece
I
of
just sent
that
it.
just hit me too.
I sent it to you at
1:44. 1:44 p.m.
and we not making it up, and it just happened like that.
Yeah, because we were stuck like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Con. What it
But
say?
yo, the reason why we're not saying that we are the elect.
Okay.
When we're saying that, and why I'm gonna prove it, because yo, when he reads the article, you gonna understand who they are looking for. They're looking for the elect because they want to put the elect to death, as they always wanted to do.
Con.
You got it, bro.
Through slander,
Yup.
through hypocrisy,
Yup.
and all other types of manner of assassinating one's character, and it's untrue.
That's right. That's
But
right.
you putting it out. You putting a vibration out there,
That's
right?
right.
You
That's
just
right.
the master of gradualism,
Yup. Yeah.
of wickedness.
Because, yo, gradualism is what? You dragging your fucking feet. Because you want to see if it's going to work. Because you know, you's a bitch. You know, you's a straight up bitch. Because if any man with power, they just go, look, this is the law, and this how it's going down. Ain't nobody saying shit. But you got to ease it in. Because you the one that started that democracy shit, and that comes from the Greeks, man. You know, democracy. Oh, yeah, the majority rules. But you do that democracy shit on false pretenses because you really already got your mind made up, but you want to make the people think like they have an opinion. So you're a fucking devil, man.
Hey, but I would be careful.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I would watch your mouth,
Yeah.
because what does it say? If you offend one of these,
Little.
at least little ones, right?
Man.
You'd rather have a millstone.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Millstone,
The
wrapped around your neck.
Right.
And cast into the sea.
Con.
Damn.
So I would watch yourself.
That's right. Okay. That's right.
But yeah, let's bring this out. It says the DOJ, which is the Department of Justice, and the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigations, targeting Catholics as violent extremists.
And that's their religion. That's the major religion, man.
Right.
That's that one world religion that they trying to bring on the whole earth. That's why you got the Pope. And the Pope is the only one that traveled this whole planet back in, what was that? 2000 and was it 18, 19? Something like that, because he came here to Philadelphia. This was a major spot he stopped at. He stopped here in Philadelphia. He stopped in New York City. And I don't know if he stopped on the West Coast, but I would just remember this cruise. In America, DC, right?
DC.
Yeah, he stopped at DC, so he hit major spots. So why would you come to Philadelphia if this is not a major area, you know? And then you not just here, you went on a whole world tour, like the Tribe Called Quest. He's on the world tour, my man. You know what I mean? He went on the world tour, man. You know, wooing the people, throwing spells on them. And that was the beginning, that was the start of your NWO.
Yeah.
Because what did they do in the ancient times? They would send out their priests first to come in peace. Oh yeah, the priest is here. He's telling you this, and he's giving you blessings. Now that nigga was putting curses on your ass, man. And after he done completed his tour, now you got everything else that follows behind him. And the ultimate thing is that war when they're gonna force everything on you.
It says again, the DOJ, FBI targeting Catholics as violent extremists, and it's under scrutiny by the state attorney generals.
Under scrutiny, so they trying to go, nah, man. Y'all know, cause we know who you really looking for. Cause the violent extremists, y'all always, that's what y'all call us. So there you go with your wordplay, the dog, man.
The slander.
Yeah, that's right. And
Hypocrisy.
That's he's a slanderer, man. You know? He's what it say? He's a false accuser, bro. You know that? The false accuser. No?
And it says bigotry is festering. It says the AG said that an FBI field office memo targeting Catholics is unconstitutional
Damn.
and deeply un-American.
See, they already got made up in their mind. So it's putting in your mind like you have a choice. No, they already got their mind made up. You know? And yo, what they say, bigotry. And no, what they doing now, everywhere, yo, stop racism. It's even on the damn NFL sidelines now. Stop racism. But y'all, yo, this country was built on that shit. Racism and violence against another person, violence against Jacob, man.
Hey, it says attorney generals, though, they sent a letter, and it told the FBI and the DOJ to desist from investigating and surveilling Americans who have done nothing more than exercise their natural and constitutional right to practice their religion in a manner of their choosing, and ask that they reveal to the American public the extent which they have engaged in such activities.
Right.
Woo!
So, they looking right. They looking for the niggas that's out here really about to plan some shit to blow some shit up. But we not on that type time.
No.
We just regular citizens doing what's our God-given right. We're allowed to speak.
Practicing our religion, right?
Yeah, cut.
Fringes and sticks.
Right, yeah, cut.
Yeah,
But
we
you
not
know
on
what?
that.
Yeah, but that's the trick bag because Esau is double-minded. So he'll put that out there, but meanwhile he's in the tuck like, yo, we gonna get these niggas. You know, we're gonna put something on them. We're gonna find something, and we're gonna make the people believe it. Because yo, the same thing they did, like over there with Bin Laden. Yo, George Bush trained Bin Laden in military war tactics. Now Bin Laden was all they do is defending their country. Yo, don't come over here with that bullshit. This is our country. We're protecting it, and we have the right to. So what you do, you can't get them that way. So now you slander them. Oh, they bought Trade Tower. Go get them.
Right.
And everybody was happy. Calling for his death, man.
Right.
So it's the same thing, man.
Yeah.
But
And the point here is that, hey, you're targeting Catholics. You're putting that vibration out there that you have some of them that are violent extremists. Because they said, because in this it says there's bad Catholics and there's good Catholics.
Yeah.
So the point is, guess what? We don't need the state's attorney general to be our mediator.
Right, yeah.
We're calling on signing crying to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to be our mediator, because we do have false accusers.
Yeah.
We do have slanderers. We do have hypocrites that will try to set us up and say that we are violent extremists and claim that we are this and we are that.
Yeah.
Why do you lump us all in one bag?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, the Church of Philadelphia we ain't worried about no type of carnal stuff.
That's right.
We just sticking with the law, statutes, commandments of this Bible,
Right.
and we had a faith that the Lord will deliver us.
Yeah. And yo, that goes back to what? That word pious. When you look up the word pious, go back into the Greek and everything, it goes into pure, the pure ones.
We're pure.
And they
Righteous.
yeah, the pious people, they have faith and they believe in what they saying, man. And like Socrates, this fucking guy, he was saying how being pious is wrong, you know. But yo, because you could be pious in sports, you know, pious in religion, pious in your job. You know what I'm saying? Because you got that passion for it, that burns, and we're pious to our heritage. You know, so we have faith, we believe it, and we stand on our heritage, man. So we speak on it.
And say what we saying, and this is again through spirit, power, mercy, grace of Yahweh Bashem Moshe, cease and desist
That's right, yeah.
from investigating and surveilling us.
Basically, what's the fuck?
Yeah, as the men of the Lord, because we're righteous, we're pure.
God, yeah.
And we like to exercise our natural and constitutional right to practice what we believe.
That's right, God.
But we're not asking the state attorney general. We're asking, sign and crying to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because he will deliver. He's going to be our deliverer.
That's right, God.
We know that you are going to false accuse us. We know that you're going to slander our names. We know that you're going to put and be hypocritical of, again, what we coming out with. And that's just saying that we know that we are the Israelites, and we are going to follow the law, statutes, commandments of this Bible to the T and to the best of our ability.
Well, you know, a certain ones
But we talking about the Church of Philadelphia. We talking about the Church. I'm not talking about anybody else. We not talking about
So they be
anybody
like,
else.
Oh, you gonna follow to the T. So this says right here, you gotta
Nah.
put a
Nah.
Nah, no, I'm just,
Yeah.
you know how, that's why I said to the best of our ability.
Right, to the best of our
You
ability.
gotta still follow your laws,
Right.
man. You know, while we're here.
I can make mention, son.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, just real quick to back up what you said, brother. That's why Yahweh Shah said what? Render to Caesar what is Caesar's.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
what? We on this earth, you know, because we in the flesh, but we're not of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we render to Caesar, we gotta work to eat, to pay rent. Because it's only a form of a defense.
That's right, yeah, come.
That's not in God we trust. No, not that.
Right.
That's not the God that we trust.
Right.
The money.
Man.
No, we trust in Yahweh.
Come.
Bashim Yahweh Shah. So I just want to say that because that's carnal.
Yeah.
But we just use it.
Come.
But we live by faith.
Yeah, come. We ain't abusing
And
this
that's
world,
what-
right?
This store right here is like an example of how retarded these people is, man. You know, the turn. Oh shit. Oh! That store right there is closed,
Just leave us.
right? Yeah, kind of. It's closed, but
Yes, sir.
it's closed, but people and they got a sign on the door saying that it's closed, but people still
Still
walking
coming.
up. It's still open the door and it's dark. Ain't nobody in there, ain't no fucking lights.
Right. Hey, you still gonna go there and try to open it?
Try to do
What, you gonna go cook?
Yeah, come on, let me see if it's open, if it's still gonna work. You know? Just
Right.
like we out here
Pitch
giving
black.
y'all the truth, yeah. We out here giving y'all the truth, and y'all, hey man, y'all not taking heed, you know? But I just kept looking at that, I'm like, damn, look how many people kept walking up. And the sign, when I first looked, I'm like, oh, this shit closed. Now I'm looking at the sign to see why it's closed, you know, and tell it because of the plumbing.
And
You
like
know,
the-
but these niggas still,
And like the brother said,
the back.
100% true.
Done, that's right.
The truth.
Done.
And guess what? If you don't believe what we're saying,
Done.
we don't care. Just move on with yourself then.
Right, right.
Because, again, if we're not affecting your life, you sure ain't affecting. Well, you want to affect ours, right?
Yeah, right.
So if you don't believe what we're saying, then move on.
Right, yo.
But leave us alone.
Say,
Cease and
keep it
desist.
moving. Keep it moving.
But we know you can't cease and desist because it's in your spirit. To be our adversaries.
To back you up, the whole slander. That's what they is, man.
Right.
See, that happens just again. They betting each other's over.
Putting false accusations on the
They need
brothers.
Google to tell them it's closed. That's what they trust on. Yeah. Let me see this GPS. Yeah, it's open.
Hey,
You need your chip to open it.
right.
That's how it's going to be soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Got to bring that up. Go further.
Book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength,
God.
and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his anointed Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
Yo, read that one more time, man. It said accuse us before our power. And like the brother said, that's who we calling on. We not calling on
State Attorney General.
Yeah, we're not calling on the Attorney General. We're calling on the one that created the Attorney General.
Yeah.
The state, and that's one state. We got 50 fucking states in America, man. You know? So there's 50 of y'all compared to one power, man. That created all 50 of y'all, man. You know, in each state. This is his. Matter of fact, yo, go ahead, bro. This is a lot of precepts coming. Man. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. It says, and I heard a loud voice say in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointing. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
And yo, in that article was telling you who the accuser is, man.
Yeah.
You know? So we don't even we know it's you, E.
Right.
You know? And your kingdom is falling down.
Right.
And right there, that proves that who was talking about. Who's king? The accuser of your brother. And it's not Esau Jacob's brother. Y'all Esau, we Jacob. You know, y'all our brother. You know, and we rumble with y'all in the womb, going back to what, Genesis, and we still fighting with y'all now. You know, y'all want to put us to death the same way when what it say when Isaac passed away. You know, and he said, Father, don't you have not one more blessing for me? And then he gave him the blessing, what, the dew of the earth,
Dew of the earth.
and
The sword.
And the sword. You know, and what? Isaac went back to sleep with his fathers, and then he saw he was mad. He said, yo, when the days of mourning for my father is over, I'm killing this nigga. You know, he said, I'm coming for Jacob, man.
Yeah.
And yo, and Jacob's mother heard it, and she was like, oh nah, Jacob, yo,
Yeah, you gotta get out of here. Yeah.
You know, because she cared about her son, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, I got a little more on this. It says the Attorney General say, we are the chief legal officers of our respective states.
See, the chief
Yeah,
legal officer.
we got a chief
Yeah,
legal
yeah,
officer.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Of
know
the
where our law
respective
comes from.
state. Oh, man,
Right.
yo.
It says we are the chief legal officers of our respective states, charged not only with enforcing the law, but also with securing the civil rights of our citizens.
Ooh, yo.
The FBI must immediately and unequivocally order agency personnel not to target Americans based on their religious beliefs and practices. Woo!
That's crazy. Yo, let me-
Adding that they will take an appropriate means to protect the rights of their constituents as guaranteed by our Constitution.
Yo, man, that's crazy.
That's,
That takes us back.
heavy.
That takes us back to Sirach 18, and it says in 3, it says, "Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will." Man, you know what I mean? All things obey his will. So you obeying the Lord's will with everything that you're doing. You know, you can't go against it. He controls both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
It says, for he is the king of all. Read that again. For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane, man. And y'all the profane ones, man. Y'all outside the temple, man. You know? But he's the king of all, man. Everything. He created everything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, can you grab that where it said the king's heart is in the
Hands of the Lord.
yeah, come.
Yeah.
You can grab that. But it
Hey.
said the king's heart
heart
is
in the hands of the Lord.
Turn it for
Yep.
before you will.
Yeah.
You know, because yo, that's your mind. Your heart is your mind, and that was in your mind because the Lord put it there and told him, yo, listen, I want y'all to write this and do this, that.
Right.
I'm putting this order out for this. You know? Because, hey man, the Lord's doing all those things, man.
Yeah.
And it's only for us to trust in him more, man.
Yeah.
You know? Everything he's doing draw us closer to him and make our faith stronger, because we already believe what he said. And now once you see it happen, you be like, oh shit.
There it is.
Yo, look, damn. Yo, I better pray harder, man. Yo, if you don't, then, hey man, I don't know what to tell you, man. The Lord gonna smoke your ass.
Yeah.
You got it, bro?
That's good to say, what the deceive and the
Deceiver are his.
Right.
Yeah.
So even if a motherfucker think he's disobeying the Lord, he made you. The Lord created lying spirits. The scripture speaks about
God.
Even when you think you're fooling the Lord made you for yourself. What he said, he gave Esau up to a delusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave them the delusions. I'm not talking about.
I got that from you. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
Come on, man. So you
Ah.
ain't doing that. That's why we're not calling on you attorney generals, man.
No.
We calling on the one that created you, man.
Yeah.
And we've proven it through the scriptures. The reason why we don't have to call y'all, and y'all want us to, basically you want us to denounce our power and follow you. Like, that would be fucking retarded. You know? That means we're calling you God, and that means
Right.
he made Yahweh.
Right.
That's crazy, man. You know, and you got people that's out here that really don't believe in Yahweh, man. And I'm talking about Israelites. You know, they don't believe in what they're reading, because like the brother said, that's the delusion that the Lord got them in. You know, and they just out here doing it for show. They out here for play. You know, but I got a swift one real quick. Back in Sirach 18 and 24, it says, "Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end in the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face. All right. So when he turn away his face, there's no hope in you. Because what King David say, King David mentioned something about don't turn your face away from him. So, like smile upon you. Smile on us, that means your face is towards us and you're showing us favor. But if you turn your face, it's like you getting shunned by somebody. And they be like, man, like DMX said, he said, instead of putting a Mac on him, I did the only thing I could do, turn my back on him. Now, once he turned his back on you, he's like, whatever happens to you, happens.
Right, that's it.
You know, because when I was looking out for you, I'm the man that's helping making moves, and people see that. They're like, oh, that's your man? You cool with, oh, okay, yeah, he all right. But once he be like, yo, man, I turn my back, I don't fuck with him. They like, oh, y'all been wanting to get that nigga. You know, and that's like Esau with us. He wanted to get at us, you know, but the Lord like, nope, that's my man.
Right.
That's my dog, yeah. That's my dog.
Hey, I got a precept on that too.
Brother, but yo, as long as the Lord got his hand on us and everything, it says, yo, in the scripture, it says, if a man's way so pleases the Lord, even his enemies will be at peace with him. And yo, right now, y'all at peace with us because you can't do nothing to him. And that's why we're praying and hoping that in the day of his wrath, that he shows us favor, man. You know, because if he don't show us favor, shalom. Y'all been something like that. But if he,
See you, brother. See you, brother. Hey, shalom.
Good to see you, brother. Y'all by Shem El Shabbat Shalom, my brother.
You almost out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
You almost out of here. You know?
This place is through.
That's right, y'all. That's right, brother. Stay strong, man. Stay strong. See, hey, man, that's the spirit, man. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, because hey, the Lord got his men out here, and this is what we're commanded to do and what we must do to make it up out of here, man.
City to city, block to block.
That's right.
You can't stop this.
Yo, what's that John Grinding? He said from city to city, backyard to yard,
Yeah.
moving rock hard.
I did.
You know what I mean? That's what we doing. City to city, backyard to yard, video to video, you know, country to country. We out here, man.
Hey,
you know, and
we out here.
That's prophecy right there. Going into what? The wisdom of Solomon when it said, then they shall stand boldly in the face of the ones that
afflicted.
Yeah, yup. Yeah, you know.
Hey man, just to back the brother up too. Hey, when he's talking about we again get worried about Yahweh Shem Rashai, we don't want him to turn his face against us, right?
God, yeah.
And so, as it said in that article, the chief legal counsel is the State's Attorney General. Our chief legal counsel and our protector is Yahweh Shem Rashai.
Right.
And so it says in Psalm 34, verse 7, the angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him,
Right,
and delivereth them. Oh, taste and see that Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. And hey, the old saying, hey, it says trust in Yahweh. Everybody else need receipts. You know what I'm saying? You know, they said it's trust in God, right? I'm saying trust in Yahweh. Everybody else, you need a receipt.
That's
You know what I'm
funny as
saying?
hell. That's funny as hell. Because you see old heads in the market after you bring them up, they watching the screen the whole time. Like, hold on, let me see my shit.
Right.
And yo, they see you bringing it up. They watching everything that come on there. Then they get their receipt and they stand right there. They walk over there. They still be like,
John.
look at that shit.
Yeah. Yo, they put the glasses on and everything too. Drop them down a bit.
Okay.
Scan that joint.
They checking that shit
Yeah.
thoroughly. Oh, this nigga, yo, it's them Russians, man. Oh my God, man, yo, if you short them by 1 cent, they coming
They
back
know
with
it.
that shit.
Yeah, they know it.
And yo, you know, and that's crazy because that's like a trait of a heathen, man. They're not used to having nothing, man. You know, like us, we're royal people. The Lord give us things in abundance, and we used to have. Yo, the earth is made for us. Even the heathens, man. You know, so like we like, yeah, all right, man. You can't get over on us, not want to.
No.
But it's just like, all right, whatever, man. You must have needed that shit. Them, they checking 1 cent, 2 cent, all that shit. Them niggas still pick pennies up, even though this economy collapsing. You know?
In verse 9, it says, "O fear Yahweh,
Right.
ye his saints." And again, we out here pushing his word, and we're the hopeful elect. So,
Right.
hey, hopefully we're counted to be his saints.
Right.
For there is no want to them that fear him. And that's where our fear coming. Our fear, listen, we don't care nothing about you investigating us.
Yup.
Because we know what's happening right now.
right.
We don't care nothing about you surveilling us. Hey man, when all three of us together one day, then near a cemetery,
Yeah.
you had someone almost get their head chopped off from a tree
Yeah.
because they trying to listen to what we talking about.
Shit. Yup.
Had a trail about a half a block away, but you come right near the gate
Right.
where we are.
And the car keeps circling
Right.
like a fucking a shark.
Yeah.
Circling the pool.
Yeah.
Or vultures in the sky. They see something about to die. they fly. They like, yeah, this nigga gonna taste good.
But hey, I would be careful if I were you,
That's right. No,
because the angels are camping around about us.
that's why they
So
walk
we
around.
not worried about you putting that surveillance on us. We already know what's happening. It's been happening.
That's right.
We laugh. We actually sit down and laugh at y'all and talk about what we saw.
W,
Hey,
crouching behind the fucking bush.
right.
In the cemetery walking the dog.
Hey man.
You are the dead,
Yeah.
man.
I'm in there getting a tasty cake. Hey, if you don't have no money for a tasty cake, ask me next time. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta leave the store with nothing.
God.
Ask me for a couple dollars. I give you a couple dollars for a tasty cake. hide behind the aisle.
Ooh, yo, we gotta hop in Psalms
Oh, go
91.
yeah, go ahead through
Oh,
it.
hop in Psalms 91. I'm gonna set it. This is Psalms 91 and 1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." That's
Woo.
complete protection.
Bring it out.
You know? What's that dude say?
Complete
Bring it
protection.
on!
Yo, he bent his back. I think he's gonna break his back. I was worried for you.
That brother has zeal.
Yeah, God.
Nah, that's it.
We gotta bring that out again
No,
tonight.
good,
Man.
yeah.
Yo, bro. Hey man, every
yo.
time we see that.
Okay. Yo, but yeah, man, you dwelling in the Almighty. The Almighty is Yahweh, so He controls everything. So you think you putting the pressure on us? The more pressure you put on us, the more He's putting on y'all.
Ah,
You know, but that's what you don't see. All right. It says, verse 2. It says, "I will say of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, the Most High, in Him will I trust." You know, in Him. That's all we need. Why not trust in the Creator of the universe? There's somebody that dwells in the universe with you. You know, He's sitting up there in the fourth dimension, looking down like, look at these. They think they got my people, man. He's laughing at your ass, man.
right.
You know, because it tells you, said, "He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh." Man. You know, so right now he's laughing at you niggas looking stupid. But he got y'all in derision as well because y'all think that y'all doing something.
Right. Thinking you scaring you're not scaring the prophets.
Right.
And hey, come to the prophets for an apology.
Exactly.
Come to me to see if I apologize.
They're going to do it. Because y'all going to worship us soon. The same ones you pursuing is the ones that you're going to be worshiping, man. You know, it's the death. We still
Right.
right, man. We going to
Right.
see you again. Just like you did it before, we see you now. You know, this ain't the first time we've been on this planet, you know, but we surrender, listen, man.
Hey, but again, I watch yourself. Once you start putting us to death,
It says, check it out. It says, "Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence." And y'all, man, y'all, that's the trap. What's that? The nukes, man. That's going to save us from that. The shit that gets weak, man. Your spirit inside of you. If you a man of the Lord, that shit is stronger than a motherfucker, man. You know, that's why Yahweh Shah said, look how strong Yahweh Shah's spirit was, man. You know, the whole earth shaked when he died. People came back from
Out of the
dead,
grave,
man.
yeah.
Like, that's a strong ass, man. It's like, oh shit. You know, that's a strong spirit right there, man. You know, but he had to come in that flesh, you know, and when that happened, and even when that happened, they was like, damn, yo, truly he was the son of Yahweh. You know, they said truly, they knew. So imagine when he comes back now, and them niggas, that same fear that was on them, when after, because they put the flesh to them, and there was prophecy that he couldn't like do anything to him. They gonna see him now, and they gonna shit themselves, man.
Hey, this is a bad chapter.
God, that's right.
You break this thing out.
It says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Right? His truth shall be a shield and buckler.
Child.
And what we say, y'all talk about, y'all going after religious people. We're not religious, we're spiritual. We're telling you the truth about who we are and our heritage. And that's what you really hate, man. You know, you don't want to hear that, man. Once again, it never fails.
They like, shut him up. Shut him up.
Yeah. If I may, when you mentioned as the feathers, right, going into the chariots, because what, in Isaiah 31 it says what, as birds flying,
Yo, God,
so
yeah.
will he defend Jerusalem.
God.
Because
Ah,
we see our birds fly formation, we see it now.
Yo, God.
With all the chariots, all
God.
the sightings.
And
Yeah.
that's where they get their technology from. How they fly that like triangle type shit. And when you are, and yo, that's crazy because when every time you see the dots, it's like 3 of them, and it's always in that triangle type form, man. And that's where Esau gets that triangle shit from, man.
Right.
You know, the force across the rock. You know, and all them niggas throw that shit up. You know, but hey, man, y'all get that from that's order. And the chariots is in complete order, man.
That's right.
How they fly. Yo, if you sit there, I was sitting there the other day before work, standing at the bus station, and I just seen the birds flying and the way they kept moving.
Yeah,
And
God.
like they was in perfect sync with each other. I was like, damn. Not one cut off enough, one
Right.
jump in front. They was in perfect order. Bang, bang, bang. Flew like that. Then they all flew and stood on the ledge right next to each other. I said, oh shit. I said, damn, that's crazy.
formation, right?
Yeah.
The real formation.
That's how we supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how we supposed to be. But you niggas
Yeah.
is out of pocket, man. You niggas lost your goddamn mind. You don't know the natural order of things, you know? You put women over top of you, you know? You put your children over top of you. You put Esau over top of you, you know? But the Lord did all these things, man. I said, look, this place is out of course, man. You know? But nah, that was a beautiful, it says,
John, hey, man, y'all not stopping nothing.
That's how the missiles go.
Right. Popping off, right?
It says, man, down verse 5, it says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day. Man, damn, that's what? The nukes, man. That's what's coming. And the whole world, why you think they're shooting them off now? You know, they're showing them off. Yeah, look at us, we got this. You know, and look, and yo, Esau, there's a motherfucker, man. Because they showing you all that, right? And on top of that, they showing you their bunkers. Yeah, we got this, we're gonna go hide in that. Y'all better worship us. Take this seat and we might give you a spot. No, you take that, you're gonna die.
Right.
Man. And that's
Right.
how they're giving you a false sense of hope, man.
Right.
You know, you're not going down there with them. Not even I don't even care what about these Jay-Z type status dudes. They might have paid their money and think that, yo, we got the car to go. Nah, they might leave your ass out there. You know, because you're an Israelite. You don't know it. But you are, and the Lord going, yo, he's going to punish you, man.
Right. And let's just think about this. Here you got all these major countries testing these missiles.
Come on, man.
You think they're not going to use them? You think they're just testing them just to test them?
Yeah, come.
You know how many millions of dollars just to test? And you think they're not going to use them?
Damn, what's that noise here?
You, Jake, is crazy. You know, they're mustering themselves to the battle.
Yo, come.
And you got to test these things out before you use them to make sure they're ready.
Come.
And so all these tests is happening over and over again in all these countries.
Yeah.
Hey, because they know they about to go to battle.
That's right.
The battle's about to happen.
Armageddon.
Khan.
No.
Gamar Godwan.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, like it tells you in Zephaniah, how the Lord, he said, what? Wait upon me.
Khan.
For my determination is to gather
Gather the
the
nations.
That's right. Yeah, that's yeah.
That's what the Lord is doing
Yeah.
now. He's gathering all the nations.
Bring us
That's
to
why
the
you
valley
got-
of Yahweh Shabbat.
That's why you got NATO troops going up. Fucking Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's why you
Huh.
got, you know what I mean? All these, they flexing their muscles doing
Right.
their, you know, exercises.
Khan.
That's right.
The preparation. The practice before the game.
That's right.
Better get to it.
Okay.
The practice before the game. And it's happening every day.
They say the third woe coming quicker.
Khan.
Yo, matter
Khan.
of fact, I got a quick one, real fast. This is switch, hop in Isaiah 34 and 1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies." Damn, see that? And that's crazy because we was like Apostle Tahar was going into what? The chariots on this video when we was coming to camp. And he made mention of the chariots being over top of a lot of sightings is over top of those military bases. But yo, the Angels been doing that shit for years, man, a long time. Going back, I remember a sighting in, I think it was 1940 something they was talking about, and there was a military fighter jet. It was flying. A chariot came down. The pilot was explaining everything that happened. He said, "It ain't that hot." That's one thing I don't miss about this.
Right.
But he said it was a chariot that came in front of this fighter jet, and the pilot said he lost all control of everything. He couldn't control his airplane at all. He was like, damn, the chariot had took complete control of his fighter jet, and he was just stuck. And to control it, and this happened for about maybe like 5. It wasn't that long. I think he said it was between 5 and 10 minutes. And he was seeing the chariot. He was stuck because he wanted to shoot at it, but he couldn't. You know. And then soon it took place for a little bit. Then the chariot shot off, and he got control back of his plane. So
Damn.
why would we fear Esau knowing something like that? Why would we fear your technology starting knowing something like that? You know.
And we see these prophecies unfold. So
Exactly.
hey, that's a powerful thing.
God, yo, check it out. Verse 3, back in Isaiah 34 and 3. It says, "They're slain also." Matter of fact, Slocky, going back to verse 2. It says, "For the indignation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them."
Dang. Khan.
Yo, is he not the Lord of hosts? He's the Lord of armies. Not just his armies, yours too. You know? It says he hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Come on, man. So we know what's happening. Yo, we know like the Lord is setting y'all up, bringing y'all together, because he's delivering y'all to what? The slaughter. Where y'all gonna be slain, man. You know? Fat ass thing.
Meanwhile, you think y'all eating good.
Exactly.
Esau, you think you eating good.
Yup.
Hey,
We
what's
about-
that? What's that story of the hunter? Hunters, right? That the wolf. Well, what the hunters do, they stick a blade.
Oh shit.
They stick a blade right in the snow, right, and put ice on it, right, and put some blood on it from another animal. So the wolf will go to the blade because of they smell the blood, and they licking the blade, they licking the blade, and they licking the blade. But what happens?
It's cutting their tongue.
He cutting their tongue, and what? They eating their own blood and they die.
Damn.
That's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a snare.
Yo,
That's a snare, man.
I like that.
And yo, guess what? We the blade with the blood.
Con,
Because yo, we're covered by his blood.
con. That's the real wolf in the hunter story.
That's right.
I know they put it on us
Yeah, con.
in terms of
They're the big bad wolf.
Oh no, the story is how we're the wolf, right? And Esau's the hunter, and we how we sell drugs and all that.
Oh, yeah,
So we
yeah,
think
yeah.
we so but that's how it's told.
Yeah, cut.
The man of the Lord is saying it's actually Yahweh Bashim Shai, and him, he's the hunter.
Yup.
And he
Yup,
put the
yup.
blade in there for Esau.
Ooh,
Because
yup.
Esau think that he doing something.
Yo, what's that? Jeremiah.
He's in a trick
Jeremiah
bag.
16:16. You know, he said,
Yeah.
I sent for many men, and they were fishing.
Huh.
And then he said, then I sent for many
The
hunters.
hunters,
and
they
go
shall
hunt.
hunt them.
And yo, the hunters.
Yeah.
You know, because yo,
But
y'all-
Esau
y'all
basically,
think
you
y'all
licking
the-
your own blood.
That's right, kind y'all.
They like that shit though. They like that.
Yeah,
Like,
cut.
God, hey, so
What
that's
it say, what
a
it say?
perfect story for
Yeah,
them.
it
then.
says since ye have not hated blood, right? You know,
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
matter of fact, that's
Yeah.
all, man. Since you haven't hated blood, you gonna be taking with your own blood, man.
Yeah.
You know? And why you grabbing that? Yo, that's beautiful, bro. It says their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Woo! You just said it. I mean,
Yo.
Come on, man. You can't make and the brother, come on, man. You know you was playing.
Mentioning blood, right?
Uh-huh.
Does not the scriptures mention how they gave a comparison how the blood is going to be as high as a horse's blood?
Oh, God, that's a revelation.
And you know a horse sits
Tall,
sits
yeah.
high.
Horse is tall as shit.
Yeah.
So you got fucking Superman died falling off a
Yeah,
horse.
cut. Nah, he got paralyzed.
Yeah, paralyzed. Yeah,
He
yeah.
got fucked up.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that super.
They said even Superman got in the wheelchair.
Even yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
cuz, yo. he
Con,
fucked
read that again,
Yeah,
huh?
hell yeah. Hey, yo, that's how you know it's the spirit. Because
God.
we stop right there, the brothers start reading. Hey, man, listen.
Yeah.
This is
I done had that scripture out.
God, exactly. God. This is Isaiah chapter 34 and 3. And it's talking about, and yo, what you mentioned, yo, you explained the precept before you even read it. Before you read it, because what you say was like how they hunting, you know, and they you're searching for your own blood. You trying to slay somebody, but you slaying yourself, man. You know? This is Isaiah chapter 34 and 3. It says their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Come on, man. With their
With
blood.
their
With your
blood.
Yeah, their own blood, man. You know, and they...
Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Shai.
Hey, man.
Bashim call.
Yo,
Die.
God, hey, the spirit moving, man. Cause yo,
No,
yeah, cut. Yo, melted. While you licking it, yeah, you licking the chop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leaking this shit. Yo, you go. Yo, then you go to what's that? Job 20 and 23. If you could grab that real quick.
Sure.
It talks about yeah, I think that goes into why he's eating. And that's what it made me think of, because he's licking them, because he hungry.
Yeah.
Licking your chops, you know. You got that's what you're doing right now. You eating, but you're not going to get full, man. Because the more you take a bite, that's more destruction you
Yeah.
bring upon yourself, man.
Yeah.
You know? Keep it up.
Hey, it's the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 23.
Right.
When he is about to fill his belly.
Yup. Matter of fact, start up about start at 20.
20,
Start,
kaka.
I believe.
The book of Job, chapter 20, verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Yup.
He shall not save of that which he desires.
That's right. See, that's him licking. He licking. The more you licking, the more you leak.
hey,
The
'cause
double
that's-
L. The more you lick, the more you leak. He caught the double L on him. Go ahead.
Yeah. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods.
Yup, damn.
Dang.
In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Yo, it's straight like, yo. I think we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, right?
Straight, yeah.
Straight, like a straight jacket.
Con.
And the straight and stuck. Because, yo, the Lord got you stuck. In the fullness of your sufficiency, you in straight.
Con.
So you can't move, man. The Lord got you stuck. He got you right where you want.
And the straits also go into the fact that it's tough. Like it's,
Yeah,
it's not an easy road. Yeah, the word. You got the word. Yeah.
Yeah, bring it out.
Yeah. So it's
So this is Job 20. What was it? And verse.
That's 20, that's 20.
Straight.
22.
22 points.
I'm gonna
Straight.
just show the camera real quick.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, right there.
All right. So
Mind be distressed. Yep.
the word straight is to bind, be distressed, be in distress,
Damn.
be cramped, be narrow.
He in distress.
Right?
He is the cause he's distressed right now. Cause all the other
distress and
nations,
besiege.
Yeah.
all the other nations coming at him, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got China. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Every time you get a news feed or something like that, it's always somebody. If the West does this, we're going to the West, and this is coming from different nations. Man. You know, now people. That's why they got them so entertained, man. These people is fucking out their minds right now, man. They drunken with madness.
God, it says verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
That's what's happening right now. Every hand of the wicked. That's all these other heathen nations, man. You know, including your own people coming at your ass, man. All the heathens, you know. Hey, man, go ahead, bro.
When he is about to fill his belly,
Right.
the power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him,
See that?
and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
That's right. Licking them chops. Licking that blade with the blood on it. And the Lord bringing your ass down, man. You know, he's bringing your ass down. And that's crazy because your own inventions, like the sword, like that's your blessing. And you the wolf, so your own invention's gonna be the one that would kill you.
John.
Because your blood is on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, like Haman.
Yeah, it can. Yup. Haman and Mordecai, that's right. It says, I'm gonna read verse 3 again, back in Isaiah 34:3. It says, their slain also shall be cast, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. And the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig, as a fallen fig from the fig tree. That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. Because it says what? It says, and it says in all their hosts. So, it says the Lord. He's the Lord of hosts, man. But you go in the host, that's armies, man. So all their armies, man, about to be destroyed, man. It says, verse 5. It says, for my sword shall be. We was just talking about the blade. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For Yahweh Bashim Yahushua hath sacrificed in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Right? So now look, let's go to the, what's up, bro? Let's go to the, I'm gonna show you on the map, right? Now, this is the land where these people come from, right? But let's try. All right, here you go, right here. You got it. Now we're gonna go to Edom, which that's Idumea, right? You see it right here in the camera. You see, this is now this is right here.
Keep it still. Bring it up a bit.
Cut. You got Egypt right here, right? Over here you got Jerusalem, and all this would be the wilderness. But this is all of our land. So you got the land of Canaan, right? This is our land right here. Now, next to our land, what you have? Edom, right? Idumea. You know, and they come from what? You can see the Caucasus Mountains. But these are the original lands where these people come from. And all they did was just migrated to the lands that they're in right now. You can still see it? It's good. Right? And that's all it is just history. So once you start, and all these things are recorded, so now when the Bible speaks about the names of these people, right? It don't give you, we're talking about the white. No, you got to research, man.
Right.
You know, it speaks in
Hey, to
part.
burn the book up.
That's right, yeah. That's right. Because they be like, oh, it's talking about, oh, no. They can't even read this
Right,
stuff.
right.
But they ain't think that the Lord was going to give us the intelligence to start to look up things and go through history. But we, like, yo, we have records. That's why they burned all the records up. Because it to the T, it explains it to you. And they hid documents, like we were speaking about earlier with Alexander the Greek, how he went around and fought for conquering lands and everything, and he stole their books out of their library and put it in his library. So now, if you got the power of the books, you can control whatever. You can rewrite history. So now, when you write, like burn that. Don't let them see it.
And that's what happened with iconoclasts.
That's right. That's right. So now, once you destroy it, but all you're doing is just destroying a document. You can't destroy the people because the Lord gives them the knowledge of research and then it's things that's hidden that men have found. You know, that He told us, "Yo, write this in the book, put it up and hide it, and it's going to come out in the times that it needs to come out." You know, so you got some things, but you ain't get everything.
Right.
But if you did, we gonna be out here teaching.
Hey, and as it says, Yahweh Shem Shai always leaves a remnant.
Right.
So although you kill a bunch of us, you still can't destroy the spirit.
That's right,
The
yeah.
spirit's going to come back in regeneration.
That's right. Yeah.
Closest revision is leaked.
Huh?
The closest revision, it's out there. It's just not. It just doesn't. And now that ain't it.
What is it?
That ain't it. It's called Sefer, which means script. Because even that book, it says study the scriptures.
It's interesting.
You know what I mean? It's
But the book you're talking about.
yeah. It's
Sefer.
called Sefer means scriptures.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it has all 87 books in it.
I'm gonna have to look
Same as
into it.
the Ethiopian Jews, the ones that's by blood, traced all the way back to Moses.
Uh-huh.
They have the original scriptures.
Okay.
There's 87 books in there.
I have to look into that, bro.
You know what I mean? And it has the real names in it. Because
Okay.
that book say, they've hidden my name from my people. But the Bible is the most published book in the whole world. That's because his name ain't in it.
His name is. But this right
There was
here.
no J's in Hebrew.
You're right. Exactly. You're right. But his name is here. That's why you said you got to research. So you have to go back and look it up. This is written. This was translated from Hebrew to what?
The translations
But
was
this
a
is
little...
no doubt. You're not lying. You're not lying. But you still can get to the whole thing by looking up. If you got to learn Hebrew, now you can read that.
The Sefer has Hebrew in it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's the closest translation.
Yeah. So okay, let me ask you this: what's his name? What you call him?
What's
the
whose
Most
name?
High. The Most High. What you call him?
Yahweh.
No, that's his son.
Yahweh. Oh, I thought
Okay.
that was something.
Yeah. Okay. So you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But his name is in here. You have to. When it said okay, now let's talk about this. Now you said there's no J's,
Yeah, there was no J's in Hebrew.
and you're right.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
But also God.
Uh-huh.
God is generic. If you look at everybody's name in the book, right?
Uh-huh.
Everybody's name had a meaning.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody's name was important.
That's a fact.
God is general.
God.
It's a
God
title.
goes.
It's a title.
Yeah. God means power. That's it. That's all the word means. Yeah.
Matter of fact, Abraham was El Abram. God Abram.
Yeah, we got it.
You know what I mean?
You get that in songs.
Right, but
Matter of fact, read that real quick in songs. Let's say you a God.
You a God.
Yeah, you
You
got
die like
that.
this.
so his name,
Go ahead, boss.
his name isn't his name.
Yeah. But that's why I'm
Isn't it?
saying, yeah, you can say God all day, because we're gods.
That.
You know?
So it's like
that's
who
just
we
that's
talking
just a
about?
power. That's a power. You're right. Allah in the Hebrew, Allah means God. That's what these Muslims walk around. Oh, his name is Allah. Okay, yeah, it's God, but what God are you talking about? Because there's many gods, right? Now, when you want to be technical, when you go into the word Jehovah, right? Now, when you look up Jehovah in the Bible, now you ever read the blue letter Bible?
The who letter?
Blue letter. It's an act. So now the blue letter is if you don't want to understand the words, it'll take you back to Hebrew, right? So you get the original text, right?
Yeah, that's
Now-
what I use the Sefer for.
Yeah.
And I
So
go
now,
back and
so
forth.
okay. So now that's good. That's good. So now when you look at Jehovah, if you say the Sefer, right, and in the blue letter, you look at Jehovah, you tap on Jehovah, and it takes you back to the Hebrew characters, and it says Yahweh. You know, that's how we able to trace his name. Like it's translated, yeah, we know that, but we can't come out here and read to the people in Hebrew because they don't know what the hell we're talking about.
I know, but some of the words, honestly, like, they not that bad. It wasn't really that bad, you know what I mean? It was just like,
But
really,
it
they had
had
to,
to be. Matter of fact, check it out, bro. I got something. getting into that. Now, it's a book, right? The Bible history. And I like to bring this out a lot. Since we're on translations, right? We get into the language. Now, here we go, right here. All right. Now, this is, I'll turn right to it. So this says scriptures in Jesus' language. Well, we know that's not his name, it's Yahweh. All right? But now, I'm going to read it for you, but I got to highlight it. It says, by the time the Israelites had returned from exile in Babylon to rebuild the temple and the city of Jerusalem, they had lost touch with much of their heritage. And that's a fact. Even right here now, right? It says including their ancestral language. So we wasn't speaking Hebrew no more, right? We were speaking like what the Babylonians were speaking. What they speak, Aramaic.
Yeah, it was Aramaic dialect.
Yeah, because you had some Hebrew, because Aramaic goes back to the Hebrew. But you had some of them that were speaking Aramaic. It was like a broken Hebrew.
Yeah,
you
it's an ancient Aramaic.
Yeah, there you go. You had some. Then you had some speaking like in different areas. Some spoke Greek.
During captivity, yeah, Latin.
Whatever captivity, right? Whatever land that you was driven to, that's what you were speaking, right? So check it out. It says all right, it says they had lost, I'm going to read that again. It says they had lost touch with much of their language, including their ancestral language. Instead of Hebrew, most of the Israelites could only speak Aramaic, the language of the Persian Empire. And many Jews would continue to do so through the time of Yahushua. I'm going to say that because it says Jesus right here. It says, when the scribe Ezra called the people together to read the book of the law, he realized that most of them would not understand the Hebrew text. Consequently, he first read the text in Hebrew and then had someone repeat what he had just read in Aramaic. The entire scene is vividly described in chapter 8 of the book of Nehemiah. You know, so even wherever we went, that's why you had going to we was mentioned Alexander, right? It was I don't want to say it wrong, but I know it was 70 scribes that he called, that he gathered that spoke. They spoke fluent Hebrew, right? He gathered them together. He put them on the island, and he wanted to translate it from the Hebrew to the Greek. And he was like, "Yo, what is this saying?" And he treated them like royalty. You know, told people don't bother them, whatever they wanted, he gave it to them. And they translated that so that they could understand the text of what was being said and everything. But he was in control at the time. The same thing, that's why I got King James, right? King James of Israel. All he did was translate it from the Hebrew to the English, because in his time he was speaking English. So he had to translate. That's why in the 1611 King James, it ain't no J's, I think it's no J's, no V's, if I'm not mistaken. No, yeah, it's none of that, you know, and it says it different. They don't say Jesus. I think it's an I there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's an I. So, you know, so it was translated. So that's why when we tell brothers, when they first come in or whatever, I was like, go get a King James Bible. And I said, you want to get closer to everything, get you a 1611. Because on the front of the 1611, when you open it up, I had one, I lost that joint. But when you open it up, the first page, it got like the royal crescent. But on top of it, it says Yahweh in Hebrew, you know, in the Hebrew characters. You know what I'm saying? So okay. It's right there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I know it's just when people all right. Well, this is all you need right here. Nah, because you say study the scripture and the 1600. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what kind of political move was making. But that's when all the denominations came out. That's when they went to just the King James version. When the Geneva was totally different.
You still got that. You got the Septuagint Bible. You know
but then they add like the word Lord.
Yeah,
it's a European thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But that's what they called him. You know, they called him Lord, the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They called Yahweh Lord. You know,
Adonai.
Yeah. But see, you know, the translation. know
Yes,
what I'm
see
saying?
that's what I'm saying. It's them small things. That's what I like, because I grew up in church, right? And
Okay, okay.
I always had an issue with church, and I was like, nah, like something ain't right.
Right,
But then
right.
and you look at like, all right, what Emperor Constantine
Yeah,
was a pagan
Got
religion.
it.
He changed it from Saturday to Sunday, and the
Yeah.
Catholic Church rolled on that.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Of
And
course,
then they still go to church on Sunday, and
Yeah,
Sunday is
yeah.
supposed to be the Sabbath, but it's not.
Yeah, no,
So
no.
what was the thing of the devil? What did he want to do to make it opposite?
That's right.
Not alter opposite.
We just say,
You know what I'm saying? So that's-
yeah, cause yo, and yo, matter of fact, if you get they change times and seasons
Yeah.
and everything. Cause yo, we know that that's what they do, and that's to keep confusion,
Yeah.
so the people don't know who they are. And it's like like I said,
Well, see, that's the other. If you read the Apocrypha,
Yeah,
the 14
you got
books
that.
that was taken out, they show. Wait a minute, hold up. Who are these Jews?
but it's a
Who are
lot.
these kids that was just running stuff? Man, the stuff that was taken out was telling us who we were,
Yeah.
what we was doing,
Yeah.
and that was why the world was like, "Yo, we gotta get rid of these fools."
But you still can find those things. You know,
I know, but
right now-
that's why I say study the scriptures.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
when they say, "Oh, well, this is the only thing you need," nah.
just
It don't
that.
say study the Bible; it say study the scriptures.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but yeah, that's what's up. I ain't had it. You know what I mean? And look, y'all keep doing, you keep doing it, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All right, brother.
So,
Before you go to, you did mention Ethiopian Jews. So I'm not saying that there are no Israelites in Ethiopia,
Yeah, kind.
but that's an oxymoron.
Yeah, kind.
Ethiopia is of what land? What people are the Ethiopians?
it's Africa. I think it's Ethiopia. It's not Ethiopia. I believe that said it was the Ethiopian Bible. I think it is. I may be wrong, but
So, look
they
into
have
this.
the original. They have one of the
Tell you what it
oldest
is.
scriptures that hasn't been revised over and over and over. And
They
the
got,
Sefer
like, the
is the
original
closest.
print. Yeah.
It's one of the closest because they were able to hide it. Because every time we was conquered, the Europeans they was always
Taking
getting
out
rid of
books.
it.
Yup.
But look into it though, because when they say Ethiopian or they say Philistian Jews, what does Philistian mean?
I don't know
False.
Colossian.
Yeah.
Right. Let's say, look into it. In Ethiopia, their forefather is Ham,
Okay.
not Shem.
Mm-hmm.
Ham
Yeah,
is
that's
what? So yeah,
We check you about
Ham,
was that
Shem, and
there?
Japheth. So we're descendants of Shem.
Shem,
right?
right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ham, that's Africans. We're not.
No, we're not.
Right. So, but Ethiopians, their forefather is a Ham. But I'll let you look into it though, brother. 'cause-
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that. The
brother,
thing is,
yeah.
like you said, everybody was running, everybody was moving, and the Jews were scattered.
That's right.
So they could have been anywhere.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
We
And we are.
scattered
We
right
still
now.
are.
You know what I mean?
To this
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
So
To this day.
they was running all over the place. So
Right.
you know what I mean? And that's why I was like, I don't care what they call, but the fact that if they have an original, if they were able to hold on tight to some of the oldest and original texts, then I'm like, check it out, and it's 87 books,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah, yeah,
87 books in the Sefer.
Yo, you know
And
what
hey,
else
that's
to-
probably of our people.
Yeah.
That's probably the ones that's really our people.
Right.
But the
Right.
ones that they have over there that claim to be, they say they're Ethiopian Jews, that's not it.
Matter of fact, look at this song too, because we been talking about it. They mentioned that name in there. The song from Nas called "I Know I Am Be What I Want to Be." Right? He goes into history. Now I'm saying talking about the Greeks, the Romans, Ethiopia, but he said his name. So Nas knows something, man. He's not no dummy,
Yeah.
you know. But he's underneath of that contract. He
Yeah.
can't come out here and speak like we speak.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
But once they
Hey,
start-
bro.
what's up,
Hey,
man?
good meeting
I'm
you,
definitely
bro.
looking at it.
Yeah, yeah,
problem,
yeah,
no
yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
It's all about that knowledge, baby.
No doubt,
Got it,
that's
got it,
right.
got it,
That's
got
right. That's right. That's right. Hey man, calling on y'all listening to something.
Oh, how long y'all
Out
about
of
some?
here, you know. That was the cue.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
and real quick,
Yeah, brother.
that's why when Yahweh Shah
Oh, snap.
was crucified, it said King of Kings in Hebrew, Greek,
That's,
Latin.
right. That's right. Yup.
Yeah.
So that shows you
I
that,
wanted to get telling that too.
shows you
Yeah.
that even though our people was dead, they were still speaking Greek, Latin, and Hebrew.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's
That's
why
why I
Paul
brought that
was.
book out too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to back it up.
All right.
That's why
Beautiful,
Paul- that's
beautiful
why Paul
point,
was-
brother.
Yeah.
Speaking to them in the Hebrew, you got the
Yeah,
book of
come.
Hebrews.
Right.
But then you got what? So the book called Romans.
Yeah.
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 Now you in Rome, but speaking Hebrew, so
Yeah,
it
come.
just
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right.
just like we in Babylon now. You got Issachar come up speaking Spanish. You let motherfuckers speak English.
Yup.
But see, we say the same thing, just in different.
Language.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that's what, the people over there, like Ukrainians, the Russians, and all that. And I'll be like, yo, I might say some of their language, but they might be from Georgia. And the one chick, she was bad too. When she snapped, she's like, I'm not Russian. She said, aren't we in America? We're speaking English. Yo, I was dying. I'm like, yo, but that goes to show you that the language of the land, that's what people speak.
God.
And that's how you can get through to him, man. You know, but the brother, he was intelligent.
Yeah. He knew something.
He made some.
Yeah, he knew something.
I was hoping he said Yahweh shot.
Yeah. He did. He said Yahweh. He said Yahweh shot. Yeah.
Brother, nah.
But he had step 0 though.
Yeah,
he need to really get his system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, he got the beard and everything.
Yeah.
You know, you just say he went to church and he grew up in the church.
Right.
And that's the spirit when he came over here and because I saw when he first walked out, he looked at the sun, and he went over there and he came back. So,
Okay.
You know, so the spirit is
drew him back. Yeah.
People waking up.
Right.
You know? People waking up, man. So hey, man, with that, you know, we pray that this is edifying. You know, so the next week we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostle of the great millstone. Shalom to the next week. Wafa Baba Ball.
Wafa Baba Ball. Kwam Yashala. Shalom.
That was a nice little session.
140.
That's it? Well, no, hey, man. No, that's good.
We actually did more than that. Actually,
Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.